Good evening, traders. Adam here from Bull Logic doing a market analysis with you. Another update today for the bulls. S&P finished up 0.41%. Nice day. We went up in the morning and then kind of flattened out throughout the rest of the day. We had a nice dip in the afternoon and then we kind of bought up back into the close to finish us at the 1460 level. Took over that 20-day moving average yesterday, pushed us up higher today. We are now looking at the 1470 range, this upper band here, that 1468, and then the 1470 of these last previous highs. That's going to be the main goal for the bulls. Right now we are just bouncing along in this trend, but this is still a downtrend as long as we keep these lower highs and lower lows forming. We're still in a downtrend here. We are just bouncing off one end to the other, very typical for this kind of range. We did move from oversold to very overbought very quickly, or I shouldn't say very overbought, but we did move into overbought territory. As you can see, we're starting to move into the upper level of the stochastics. So that's definitely going to be something to watch out for, because we're going to get overbought when we hit this resistance, which could push us back down and then move back into the lower range here. Russell did see a good move today. Retook the 50-day moving average a couple days ago, retook the 20-day moving average today, which is something we've been looking for. It did go up 0.85%, which is a good sign to see. Good to see that small caps are getting a nice bid here. Remember, when we want to see the small caps run, that's going to help lead the rally. It's going to tell us that the risk is back on. We now have the 848 level to be concerned with, and that's the one we're going to watch. Again, we actually expect us to move around into that 848, 830 kind of level here, this little range that we've been chopping around in these past couple of months. NASDAQ still showing some weakness here. Definitely the weaker of the three indexes. Did get over that 50-day moving average. Came up to that 20-day moving average today and pulled back. Needs to actually break that level here so we can actually really start to move higher. We are starting to show a head and shoulders pattern, a large varied head and shoulders pattern with that neckline down here at that 3035 level. So definitely need to watch that and see if we can pull back to that area and then break down lower into that 200-day moving average. That pattern is going to be on watch until we move into new highs, or at least take over this higher low here at that 3170 level. We are not overbought here, so we can actually move up if we can get past that 20-day moving average. So that's definitely something we want to see. We are going to need participation with Apple. Remember, yesterday we talked about us pushing back into this neckline of this head and shoulders pattern, which will give us a real good opportunity to short and drive the Apple back down at least into this 620 level, if not down closer to that 200-day moving average. Remember, they do have earnings going into next week. Amazon, same thing. Nice little bear flag starting to form here into that 50-day moving average. If it cannot break this, this is a good place to short Amazon if you want to get short. We are no longer oversold, and we did pull back nicely, so this would be a good risk-reward area to short Amazon if it did show some weakness and could not break that 50-day moving average. Google, the one bright spot today for tech, as it was up 1.45%, broke through that 20-day moving average. It's still trying to create a topping pattern here. It's a bit of a laggard compared to Amazon and Apple, which have already created their topping patterns and breaking down. Google is still in the process of doing that, and they do have earnings next week, I do believe. VIX down slightly, only 1% today off of a market of 0.4%. It should have been down a little bit more. We did see the volatilities throughout the strikes on the S&P actually tick up a little bit today, so that's going to be something of a concern, as we're going to have to wait and see what's going to happen with that. Again, technology had a rough day. We still need technology to lead this rally for us. It's been the one thing that's really been pulling us down. We are showing, like we did in Amazon, where we're going to pull back into that 50-day moving average, which would be a good short point. Did see a lot of sell volume coming today, something else to be worried about. So we'll have to see if technology cannot get up and get off its butt and start moving. Look for a breakout here at that 30 level to see if we can't push at least into the 50-day moving average and the 20-day moving average and hopefully make it above. Financial showing a good sign here. We're getting a lot of the banks starting to report, to Goldman Sachs and JP Morgan, all of them starting to report their earnings. We are seeing a breakout in financials. As you can see, we look to take over new highs, or we look to at least run up to the highs of 1644 here, made on 9/14. Again, we want to see the financials and technology both lead this market if we're going to have a sustained rally. Right now, financials are doing great. It's just technology that has been lagging. we really need to see this start to flip over so the market itself will actually start to make these new highs and take at that 470 level, or 1470 level, I should say. So definitely going to keep those levels on watch. I would expect us to move up very slightly tomorrow, or even a down day, just because we are starting to run into this resistance. We are starting to get slightly into the overbought territory, so it's a perfect time to actually put on some shorts, and it's because it's a good risk reward spot. So definitely keep that level on watch as we moved into this resistance level. All right, everyone, have a great day tomorrow. Good luck.